Hello, I'm Dara Rourke, Associate Professor at the University of California at Berkeley. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about my new paper on whether and when sustaining innovation can deliver sustainability. In the race against climate change, corporations are obviously both key sources of emissions and critical to advancing climate solutions. And while most major corporations now have net zero carbon pledges, we've actually seen quite limited progress in decarbonizing products and supply chains. Our research has been analyzing innovation strategies that companies are applying to sustainability. And this paper dives deep into Amazon's decarbonization strategy, examining how the e-commerce giant is leveraging its internal innovation processes to take on climate change. Amazon recently reported the company had delivered over 680 million packages via electric vans in 2023. While still a small percentage of overall shipments, each EV delivery is symbolic of Amazon's goal of shifting to 100% renewably powered, all-electric vehicles and buildings on their path to net zero carbon by 2040. Now, less visible than the electric vans, but arguably more important, are new metrics and mechanisms supporting the innovations needed for this decarbonization transition. The main progress we've seen in decarbonization are firms advancing what Clayton Christensen famously called sustaining innovations. Progress has been achieved through processes of learning by doing, where firms advance incremental innovations that offer lower carbon substitutes to existing systems. Okay, so how has this sustaining innovation been applied and delivered for Amazon? First, Amazon has developed sophisticated carbon measurement and instrumentation systems, providing granular data on emission sources across the company's 30-plus businesses. Next, they've embedded this carbon awareness directly into business operations, allowing teams to measure sources of carbon, establish actionable metrics, and then experiment and iterate on carbon reductions. Finally, they've applied this learning by doing to scale successful innovations and drive down their costs. To date, Amazon has primarily advanced incremental innovations to decarbonize. However, through their $2 billion climate pledge fund, they're also now investing in disruptive innovations. This strategy involves investing in new technologies from electric aircraft to low carbon concrete to novel battery. And while these investments have not yet yielded carbon reductions, they represent a commitment to longer term transformative change. So this strategy has overall led to some progress in decarbonizing, particularly in reducing Amazon's carbon intensity, that is, its carbon per dollar of revenue. However, Amazon's absolute emissions have remained essentially flat due to the company's continued overall growth. So our research highlights both the potential and the limitations of deploying sustaining innovation for decarbonization. And this raises important lessons and questions for managers and business leaders. To drive deep decarbonizations, firms will need to connect detailed information on carbon emission sources to the internal business decision makers who can influence those drivers, design processes to rapidly test, iterate, and scale lower emission alternatives, and strategically invest in more disruptive innovations that can fundamentally transform a carbon-intensive industry. The magnitude of the climate crisis requires the full force of corporate innovation be pointed at decarbonization. Ultimately, the lessons from Amazon's experiences demonstrate that effective climate action is fundamentally a business innovation challenge. By starting with science, measuring what matters, and integrating carbon awareness deeply into existing innovation processes, companies can begin to unlock the innovation needed to deliver decarbonization. To learn more, please read the full article in California Management Review.